Good guys, oh I messed up. Oh, okay, what's good guys? It's me, Gerald the Weeper. I'm back again with another video. Okay, this is the Diablo series, or what if Asta had King Crimson. Also, next Monday, okay, Thanksgiving weekend's like coming up, so I'm gonna try to upload 2 videos for when after Wednesday, like upload because I have all my days off of school, so. I'm gonna try to do all my homework Monday and Tuesday of next week and Sunday. So I'm not gonna make a video Sunday. I'm gonna make a video. It's gonna be the ReZero one. I'll make my two new series, and I'm still gonna bring back my other ones. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Now let's get straight into it. Now, Asta has finally made it back to the church, and Father then says, "What's wrong, Asta?" And everyone is around him. And Asta's like, my arm, it's what? Okay, my someone's like using the bathroom on the other side of my room, so it just took me out of my thought. Um, my bad. Okay, yeah. So Asta was like, my arm, and then he grabs the the wood chair and starts to call it. He says, and the father says, Asta, it's okay. I'm here for you. Then Asta says, never mind. I think I'm going to be alright. And then he does another. Oh, I can't do it anymore. My throat. And also, my dog. Okay, I had to edit myself out. My dog started barking at my neighbors because they're yelling super loudly. They're next door. I don't know how I can hear them from upstairs. And that's why they're barking. Okay, so Asta does his last. I think I'm starting to hurt my ribs doing that. He goes downstairs to the. Yeah, okay, yeah, he goes downstairs to the basement, and he says, "Oh, they won't believe me. Just listen to me. That dopio's starting to take over my head." And then the bed comes out of Asta's right arm or left. I can't remember. It's come out as one of his arms. I'm pretty sure it's his right. His arm goes off, and he starts to scream again. He says, "Ow!" Okay, and that was a weird scream. I don't know why I screamed like that. It sounded like I'm a dog crying or something. Okay, yeah. So Asta then says, "What? Who are? You're the devil thing that's inside of me. Besides the King Crimson and Diablo, what do you want? Are you here to take over my body like he is? I know you guys are doing something to me in there." And Lebes says, "I'm here to make a contract with you." And he explains what the contract does. And Asta says, "Okay, so when do I awaken this contract then? When you turn 15, you can use all of you can use all of my power at disposal." And Asta says, "Okay, then you're my new third best friend besides Diablo. Doppio is the fourth yuno, and then sister Lily, then father, and then everyone else in the orphanage. That's the order now." And Lebes just laughs and says, "Calling me a friend. Jeez." And he goes back to Asta's arm. And then father comes back down and says, "Asta, why are you screaming?" And father sees that his Asta's arm is going back to his body. And father says, "Are you alright, Asta? Your arm just left your body. Do you want me to call for the magic knights or something?" And Asta's like, "I just need to be left alone. I just made a contract with Lebe. He'll protect us. When I become the Wizard King, I'll protect all of you." And Asta then says, and Asta's like, "Where's that coming from?" And then he grabs father's hand and says, Hello, hello. Then he hears Diablo's voice, and he says, "Asta, you shouldn't be acting like you're losing it. Your father is getting worried about you. He wouldn't allow you to become a wizard, become the Wizard King if you're like this. So dial back on it." And Asta says, "Okay, Diablo." And he says, "I'm sorry for acting so weird lately. I'm going to bed now. See ya." And then father was like, "Okay, Asta, just I'm gonna keep an eye on you. You've been acting very weird lately, but you're still Asta." Now, okay, so we're now jumping a couple of years into the future. This is Asta's. Yeah, it's been a couple. Okay, Asta's now 15 now. Yeah, it's a big time skip. So Asta's been training with King Crimson the whole time. So Asta's gonna be but he's managed to control his Doppio side a little bit better. So so Diablo made Asta make a phone, like a fake phone, you could say, from Diablo's world. And Diablo also gave him some ideas that from 2001 about what he could make, or what he know his okay, okay, this is I'm trying to explain it. Um, Diablo wants to see if he can make the legal stuff, you could say, what he was doing in the like he was doing when he was the mafia boss. So he tried to make the stuff, and it actually worked, but it's an easier process. So Diablo says, "Okay, here's the plan." He says this to himself, but the Lebert is always watching him, so he just keeps it to himself for the last 7 years. Since I can make it my I don't know if I can say it. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Drugs. Okay, there, boom. I can probably sell it to people and then make a lot of money. Oh yes, especially when I become this wizard. I mean, Asta becomes the Wizard King. Oh, we're gonna be so good. This is even better than being a mafia boss. Haha, haha. And Asta is like, yeah, Asta was like, Diablo, are you listening?" And Diablo gets out of this transmission, like out of this trance, and he says, "Yes." Asta is like, yeah, Asta's 15, and he says, "What is Yuno's book?" And he says, "It's a 4-leaf um it's a special book. It's more special than that Lebet or that demon book. Lebet gotcha. Yours should be coming soon, around Yuno's, if I'm correct. But this old man, I don't know, this wizard dude, I forgot his name. I don't only need to remember you, Asta." Now, yeah, so Diablo then says, "Yeah, Yuno has this 4-leaf grimoire. So it's very special. I see. It's looks like it's going to be wind magic or something similar to that. Now, if I could get that ability with Lebet ability, then we would both be unstoppable." And Asta then says, "Okay, thank you." Then Yuno comes out of getting his magic his fourth leaf grimoire, you could say. Yeah, I never remember the name of it. I know it's his lucky Clover grimoire thing. Okay, I haven't watched Black Clover in a minute. Okay, don't judge me. Okay, okay, I watched the clips, man. Like, have you guys seen the animation? Like they bumped that up. Seen like Yami's new, like they upgrade. Okay, you know how he does his like dimension slash, you could say. Like that thing looked pretty clean. I ain't gonna lie. Like in the latest episode, I'm like, oh my god, I need to get back. Oh, okay, okay, I'm starting to go off into attention. You gotta see the animation, man. Oh my goodness. Ooh. If only it was like that from the. Oh, okay. I'll stop. I'll stop. I'm. Ooh. Okay, I just wasted a whole minute. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So Asta. then sees Yuno, and Yuno says, "Okay, I got my fourth leaf grimoire." And it's Asta says, "I know it's already special. I know so. I can see into the future. Remember?" And Asta then says, "You don't need to worry about me, Yuno. I'm all right." And Yuno says, "Why do you always take the words out of my mouth? That's what I really don't understand." And Yuno says, "You don't have any magic power, but you talk to this Lebe and this Diablo and King Crimson and Doppio. Why do you keep speaking to them? I've been hearing this for the last 7 years. Who are they? I'm just wondering." And I found this weird substance in one of your drawers. And Asta was like, "It's none of your business. Don't go in my drawers, you know." And then Asta starts to be like, "Oh, where is it?" Wait, I did the do from Steins Gate. Oh my goodness, I get those confused. Okay, he says, and Yuno's like, "Oh, he's doing this again to get out of this conversation." And Asta was like, "Oh, there's my phone," and he says, "Oh, Diablo, what do you? Oh, you want me to go to the forest? Okay, gotcha." And he runs away. You doing the, and Yuno's like, "I need to become the Wizard King. If Asta, he can see into the future, but maybe I should." And by the time Yuno looks back, Asta is already gone. So Yuno's like, "I really need to become the Wizard King. I don't want Asta to become it. He's just unstable. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't even allow him to become a Magic Knight at his state. I really do miss my old Asta." Before those names popped up into his head, "I wish I could do something. I know I'll be able to do something when I become the Wizard King." Yeah, so Yuno has two goals. He wants to help his family out and help Asta the most. That's why he really wants to become the Wizard King. And now we go to a premonition. Yeah, Asta's been going for like 2 hours now, and Asta is now dreaming, and he sees that Yuno's being chained and he's being squeezed, and blood is now coming out of his mouth as these chains squeeze all around Yuno. And the guy says, "Revichi's the name. You're super lucky that you have this 4-leaf grimoire. I bet this could sell. I can teach you how to use it properly. Then we can make it big as I'm pretty sure you can make it big as a Magic Knight, but looks like I'm just gonna have to kill you right away." And the chains keep squeezing him. And then Asta wakes up and he says, "Oh my goodness, Yuno." And he runs right straight to you. As Asta is almost there, he can see the church. He trips, and as he kneels down, he says, "Diablo, we need to use the time skip again." And Asta then looks behind him, and he sees the anti-magic sword, or I like to call Lebe, call him anti-magic B, or anti-magic bro. That's his new name from now on. I was gonna tell you guys that at the end of this video, but it still works out. So anti-magic bro sword comes out. Sword comes out, and he said, yeah, that's what Asta calls him. He's gonna start calling him that from now on. I don't know about my other what ifs. Who knows? You'll have to see. And then Asta says, "Finally, it's finally awakened." As Asta sees that it's awakened, he pulls out the sword and he says, "Oh, this is pretty light. So this is my my ability with yours, Lebe." And Asta then says, "King Crimson, come out." and then he runs straight to Yuno. As Revichi says, "Yes, scream out as you die from these chains." Yeah, so people in this world cannot see stands, you could say, unless they. Well, tell me guys in the comments if you want some people in the show to see them. I can make it figure out a way to figure it. I'll figure it out somehow. So just comment or something like that. Yeah, I could have said that a little bit better. Okay, so Revichi says, this is so good. Watching someone with such a great ability die so young. It gets so exhilarating." And as he says that, he feels that a hole has entered him. There's a fist right in his stomach, and he says, why is there a fist in my stomach? And he also sees a sword also in his stomach, and it's also erasing his magic, because it's around his area. And he says, what is going on here? And then Asta says, time resume. Yes, Asta just donut Revichi. Yeah. And Revichi goes flying, and he says, what did you do to me? And then Revichi passes out. I'm not going to kill him. It's not a donut, not a big donut where he dies from it. It's just a small one. And Yuno says, thank you, Asta. You just saved my life. And Asta says, and he runs away again. And that's where I'll end off for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I'll be making the ReZero one, and Asta has something to say.